Hi there, Mr. Senior. I am very excited to talk to you and your parents. If your parents are not on this call, they must be, so please make sure they jump on here. Having said that, I want to first apologize. You would have received a lot of emails saying, if you don't show up, you'll be banned, and I apologize for that aggressive nature. I do this call for free to try and help you, and for those that don't show up, it's not nice to my time, so that is why I have that in place. Also, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the opportunity to speed this video up so I can talk a lot faster, so you can get through it a lot faster, because I'd like you to watch it to the end, because I'm going to talk about the price and what it looks like to work with you. So, having said that, I want to kind of go over the agenda for today, if that's okay with you. So the first thing is, we have to see if we're the right fit. I'm not the right fit for everybody, particularly as a senior, right? You're late in this process, and when you're seeing this, I might be able to help you. I may not be able to help you. I'm not sure yet. So that's also to see if I can make you quit, because if I can make you quit, you don't have to worry about anything, and then life gets a lot easier because we don't have to be stressed about this. And then finally, by the end of today or the end of our call together, I want to have answered all your questions. So having said that, I'm going to start with a couple questions with you, which is how many phone calls have you had thus far, and how many visits have you been on, or are you invited to? Based off of this, it kind of gives me an idea of where you are in the recruiting process. At this point, you should hopefully feel like there's a bunch of urgency, right? You're going to get recruited here pretty soon, and the offers will be coming, and the stress should be building because here you are reaching out to me, and you're a senior, and you want to make sure things are going according to plan. That is then to say, I need to know what is it that you would like help with. Most people want my help for three reasons. More exposure, ID camps, highlight videos, or maybe picking between schools. And so I'll ask, like, of those four, which one are you looking the most help with? Which is then to say, mom and dad, who is also watching this, and if they're not, please get them. And if you're the athlete watching this and your parents are not there, please get them. And if mom and dad, your athlete's not watching this, please go get them. Which is to say, what do you need the most help with? What do you guys think? And then most of the time I'll be like, why do you think you should start now? Hopefully at this point you already know the importance of starting now, but if you don't, there's a student that was texting with a coach in 8th grade. So one of the things is we want to get started with this process. So now from your son's perspective, why do you want to play college soccer? Why is this, or your daughter's perspective, why is it that this is so important to you? We work with about 50-50 in terms of boys and girls, and I want to find out, why do you want to play college soccer? Would you all agree with me that academics come first? I went pro because of college. I went and lived in closets and was very happy to have done so. But, academics will always come first for me. I have my master's, I have my UEFA license, and I'm very grateful I do. So do you guys agree that academics come first? I'm here to help you play college soccer. And then if that's the case, I was playing pro, as I mentioned, and, I lived in a closet. It was not an easy lifestyle, but I did love it, but I was only making $900 a month, so thank God I went and got my master's degree. Which is to say, if mom and dad, we all agree that academics come first, why do you want to help your son or daughter play college soccer? We could lock them in a closet, not have to worry about anything. Why do you want to help them play college soccer? Which is then to say, I'm going to give you a diagnosis. At this point, I would have watched your video. I'm excited to talk to you, and I need to figure it out. Now, I'm going to put your video in two categories. Category number one is, what will a coach think of you? This is really important because coaches are not going to watch your whole video like I did, so I might have to fix your video. And then this is, what is your level? Are you good enough for the level that you want to play at? And is it too late? Do we have time? Can I help you achieve it? I'm not sure yet. Do you want to play minutes? Do you want to be redshirt? I'm there to figure out if I can help you. Which is then to say, we have to work on emails, and then I have this very cool system that cost me my life savings that allows me, and I built it myself, I had to learn how to code to build this, that allows me to email every single college coach in the country. So if we're very late as a senior and we want to figure things out, or if we're becoming a senior and you're like, look, I need to send showcase emails, or I need to follow up with a bunch of schools all at once with video, I can click select all, and then I can go, dear #coach, #genuine, and then I can automatically email every school with the coach's name, something genuine, from my own email account. That's the secret, from your own email account. And it'll be sent to every single coach in the country with the touch of one button. I can email every coach very quickly, which is then to say, every time they don't respond, you'll be automatically told how to follow up. You are given here, when we email the schools, we have to write the templates for you, but we also have a template for every situation. Let's say you haven't heard back from them. Here's what you would say. Let's say there was a phone call, but they didn't show up to the phone call. Here's how you follow up. So over and over again, we're going to help you. The red part, of course, we have to customize, but we want to help you with all that, which is then to say the email system will also, every time you receive an email, it goes into your inbox and it will classify it as genuine, was it generic, What do you need a follow-up? Was it a phone call? And then every time the email will probably specify, look, you were invited to the Duke ID camp. It will memorize when the camp was and make a note for you so we know which camps you have and have not been invited to make our lives a lot easier, which is then to say, we need to pick some camps. As a senior, you're going to have to go probably, I don't know your exact situation, so I need to learn about it. We need to do an audit, figure out where you are in your situation. Your club factor, is the club helping you? Are they not going to help you? We need to narrow down your list and figure out which schools are realistic. Who likes you, right? This is not just about who likes you, but it's not just about that. It's who do you like? You know, I want you to be in love. And then your coach. And I'll ask you, have you ever had a coach that you really hated or a teacher that you really didn't like? You don't want to be with that teacher for the next 4 years. So with that in mind, I myself loved my college experience. You know, my college coach was like a hero to me. And, you know, my father got a heart attack when I was in college, and my coach played a huge role for me. And he made me the captain as a sophomore. And these are all my teammates, and I just had the best experience ever. My brother, on the other hand, had a miserable experience, didn't play a single minute for 4 years, and, you know, fell out of love with soccer. And that's the last thing we want, which is then to say, you know, why do we think we should start this now? Like, are you too early still? Are you too late? And I think these videos will hopefully kind of scare you and tell you, you know, look, this is where we need to be starting the recruiting process if you want to play college soccer and maybe even play pro soccer. Listen to this.
When did your recruiting process start where you're like, hey, what schools am I interested in?
Sophomore year.
Okay.
I would do ID camps. You know the grind.
And this guy got drafted eventually to LAFC. And then you'll go on, I'm going to fast forward here just because I think you understand. This girl, she started at 13 years old, and then she went to Notre Dame. And then this girl right here went to Long Beach State and also ended up in the NWSL. And she was talking about how she emailed schools 100 times.
Process.
Basically every time I went to a showcase, I emailed the coach like about 100 times. I committed going into my junior year.
Is that late for girls, or is that early?
I think.
So for girls soccer, if you're watching this and you're a senior, you're very late to the process. Most girls are committed in their freshman, sophomore, or junior year. So if you are a girl, it's something we need to talk about. And then you'll see here, you know, a lot of students are already committed. I know you're feeling this already. You know, and this is kind of a famous person. She's got like 300,000 followers. And the University of Denver was committed by the end of her freshman year. So that is why I'm a big proponent of like, we need to get started. Now, this is one of our students who we are working with starting, you know, early on, like as a junior. One of the questions you may ask me, like, are we too late? You might be. I don't know yet. I need to get to know you on our call. But this is to show you kind of the urgency we need to have so we get started as quickly as possible. And this student kind of sums that up. Congratulations. You are committed as a 2026, which is super exciting. One of the things we spoke about early on is you're a good soccer player. We knew that from an early age. Tell me a little bit just about how you committed to Duke as a 26. Just brag for a minute on your own.
Well, I think it was a lot of hard work, and I think working with you really helped because you just helped me in every single part of the process, and you really made it so that all I really had to focus on was being the best soccer player I could be and being the best student I could be, and you took care of all the recruitment parts of it.
Now, he was committed his sophomore year. He's the youngest ever student to commit to Duke, according to the coaches. And that is because we started, you know, aggressively. So with you, that's what I need to figure out. So maybe I've scared you away after all this video. I've gone, look, you really needed to start. You should be here. You should be there. Maybe I've scared you away. And if I've scared you away, I've just saved mom and dad a bunch of time and money. And that would be pretty nice maybe for them, or also stressful. And maybe you can still play college soccer at your dream school. And I just need to know more about you, which is why you need to know about other companies. There are other companies out there you probably heard of, and I think
So right now we did the
I think it's important you hear from them as well.
So right now we did the NCSA thing, and it's a bit of a mess, and
it's a waste of everything.
Yeah.
Let's just call it how it is.
Listen, we understand what you charge, and I feel like it's a good investment.
Lack of experience, we connected with NCSA, and everything you've said about NCSA has been absolutely spot on. I feel like I ate that cost, and it's been terrible. One of the biggest things that connected me was your list of which ID camps to go to.
We met Biola and Coach Joey for the first time at one of those mass camps, the Elite College ID camp up in the LA area, LMU, and all this.
Yeah,
there.
Elite one's a good one.
And it was really good. He had a good review from I think Wash U from St. Louis. just, talked to these guys throughout both days, and they actually talked about NCSA and kind of said like, hey, we don't like to receive emails from those guys. We want to hear from you guys directly. So I think we watched your video, it resonated, it said the same thing we heard from them directly.
So the reason I bring this up is NCSA and me, I hate it. I don't like NCSA because I bought them and they didn't help me get recruited. But the big thing is, what's the difference between us? I will edit all your videos. They are very limited. They're very limited in terms of how they speak to you. You must speak to me every single week. Otherwise, I will not work with you. I'm the only one with the organic email system from your own email account. And if in 3 months from now, you're not being genuinely recruited by a school you want to go to, I refund you. With them, you are stuck in a contract. And then finally, they have this model where they're like, we have a platform. And if you, because of our platform, you will get recruited. And I have done this many a times now. If you want to truly play college soccer at a school you want to go to, you must understand that NCSA or any platform like it, you cannot depend on. These are the types of schools they're going to. Gerber, Milligan, Wilmington, University of Gloucester. Probably these are not the schools you're aiming for. And so because of that, you cannot trust anyone, including me, who will tell you, if you're on our platform, you'll get recruited. I don't believe in that model. You must go to the coaches. You must go to them. So, having said all of that, is this the type of help you want? And I'll ask you, and you're an athlete, I'll go, is this the type you're looking for? And mom and dad, is this the type of help you're looking for? And if it is, then we might be the right fit to work together. Now, there's a couple different ways in which we work with students. So the first deal is this. When we work together, you're going to get a coach plus me. Now, the reason you're going to get a coach plus me is we have a lot of work we have to do for you because of this intense urgency that there is because of where you are in the recruiting process and how late we are. So the first thing is this. You're going to get a coach who's going to meet with you every single week. I would love to meet with you every week, but I have to do a lot of things for you. I have to edit all your videos. I have to fix your current videos. I have to read all the emails you've already probably sent out and received. I have to find out which coaches need your position, which camps you maybe should and should not go to. I have to go to the NCAA conferences, learn about the new rules. I have to learn about the new club rules in terms of grad year as well as MLS Next 2 and different levels that are being created. So I have a lot of work I'm doing for you over here. So you'll be able to message me, and I will be messaging you as much as I want, but your Zoom meetings will be with your coach, and that's who you'll speak with. I meet with your coach every 2 days. As it happens, your coach was a former student of mine, went through the process with me, had the same call I'm having with you, and went on to play college soccer at a top academic school, and now they work for me. So I want to be able to also go through game video review and make you a better player. You're going to get a Google Drive, and your Google Drive will look like this because it's really important to me that we stay super organized as we're in this process. So you're going to get a folder that looks like this where we have your top list of schools, so that way we know exactly where they stand. Did they respond to us? So this girl's been receiving genuine emails from these schools. Then here, these are from the Division III of her top schools. Where do we stand with them? And then she has a list of Division I schools that we rank in terms of realistic, top tier, reach schools, not realistic. And we kind of put that together, and we want to put that together for you as well because we customize it. And then every time we meet, we have to make a bunch of highlight videos, which we did for them, and we'll do the same thing for you. We need to make a bunch of every touch videos, which we will do for you as well. And then every time we meet, we talk about what we need to do. So this happened to be a couple days ago. We went through each step of what she needs to do. We record every single meeting with the little technology that you see here. And that way we can make sure you and I are up to date in terms of what we need to do in regards to this recruiting process. So you're going to have that Google Drive, and you also get the AI system. Now, if you're not being recruited in 3 months, I genuinely refund you, which I will talk about in a minute. 98% of our students have received a minimum of 60, upwards of 300. Now, most people think that the money is in academics, but this is important for you to see because the money is, as you'll see, in academics, not in athletics.
Generally speaking, the vast majority of your child's financial aid for college will not come from athletics, even if they are incredibly good at what they do. So don't be thinking it's like we're hitting the lottery, because it's not.
And so the reason I bring that up is, well, we have a lot of students who get scholarship, and this student in particular got $300,000 from a Division III school. So money matters for 2 reasons. One, it's money, and everybody wants money. And 2, it matters because by expressing that the coaches want to give us money tells us how much they like us. So if they get us into the school and then we get the academic money, that's awesome. If they tell us, hey, we really want you, we're going to make sure that you get some academic aid, they can go to the department and go, I really want this kid for sports. can I have some academic money for them? And they will do that. And you'll see another example I'll send you of a girl who got $100,000 because she got the Presidential Award Scholarship because of soccer. So in saying that, there's a couple ways that we work with our students. And when I meet with you, I'm going to ask you which of these ways would you like to work with us. So the very first model is we do everything for you. We send all the emails. You don't really lift a finger. You give us everything you've done already. We log into your email account, we connect you to our email system, and then you don't do anything. You just wait, basically. We're going to email the schools for you. You're going to give us video. We're going to need to get to know you, of course, so that way we can be your voice. But we're just going to clone you, and we're going to do the whole process for you. Now, sometimes this is needed given where you are at in your situation, and I may not be able to offer you any other positions. And I might say it's either this or I can't help you because we have to work so quickly. The other option is very similar, but instead of us sending the emails on your behalf, we do it together, meaning we both press send, and we will tell you what to say, how to say it, when to say it, but you click the send button and you receive the emails and you share it with us and we go over it with you. Honestly, this is probably the best model for most of our students because we want to be collaborative. This is really if you're like, look, I'm too stressed, just do everything for me, in which case we'll do everything for you. This is then to say the other option, because of where you're at as a senior, this is, if you want to be with us and we're like, hey, we're with you. The other option is, let's say you're like, hey, Zev, we just don't want to meet with you like that often because the other one's unlimited everything. In this model, we just meet with you once a month. You'll get to message us as much as you can. We'll make one video for you, and we'll teach you how to do everything else. We'll give you an email system in the Google Drive, and you'll get everything else. But we only get to meet with you once, and we only get to make one video. And that's $4.99 per month. You can cancel it whenever you wish. But we only make one video in this situation. If you're a senior and you're like, I just need a little help, this is a pretty good model for you. If you're like, no, I need help, like I need a lot of help, this one will not work. And then the final option is if you want to do this on your own. We can give you the email system, you make the videos, you go to town and have a great life, and then you just go for it. And then you just, like I said, you can do as best you can. But these are the models that we have at the minute. Now, the last thing is when you have watched this, I'm going to say to you in our meeting, I'm going to go, which option are you thinking about the most? Because at this point, hopefully you would have watched this video and you see the different options and what they provide. I'm really excited to talk to you. If you have any more questions, you can let me know, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much.